Hey, what's up, guys? It's Kyle Jones Sport Fishing. Today is Monday, the 23rd of October, and here is your Clearwater / Snake River / North Central Idaho fishing report. So today, as you can see, I fished the Clearwater, but last week, personally, I spent most of my time on the Snake. Had some sturgeon fishing early in the week, and then Steelhead fished throughout the week. Barry was back and forth between the Snake and the Clearwater, and then he fished the Clearwater for the weekend. And so let's start with the Snake. Sturgeon fishing was awesome. Steelhead fishing was really spotty. Both Barry and I had days where we really struggled to get fish last week. They weren't the same day either. So there was a day where I think I got 8 or 9 and lost a few others, and Barry got nothing. And then he flipped the coin a couple days later, and he did pretty well, and I got nothing. So that feels like the water temperature over there on the Snake was around 60, between 60 and 62 degrees. And so I think that had a lot to do with it. The fish were moving really, really fast through that Heller Bar area. They weren't really holding very well, and they'd be like gone, and then there 1 minute and gone the next. And it's kind of one of those deals. I've seen that in the past. When that water's warm, the fishing can be really spotty, but they're there, and you can have really good days if you land on a pod, and if you don't, you might not do very well. But with this weather coming, those water temperatures are going to drop, and I think the Snake's going to start fishing really, really well. Now I'm talking about just the Heller Bar area. I know there were guys up the canyon, up towards the mouth of salmon, that did really well. I don't fish that area, so I don't really know that much about it. So just that Heller Bar area was pretty darn slow for me last week. Clearwater last week, Barry was back and forth. Seems like the Clearwater's just been fishing really, really consistent. Barry was over here, like I said, back and forth, and then he was here over the weekend, and fishing was really good. He's been fishing up closer to Orofino, so there's a lot of fish up there. I know there's guys catching them down toward Lewiston and out in front of the mill. This time of year is just really special because there's fish really well spread out everywhere. And now that it's catch and release, those fish are going to stay spread out because even if they're keepers, they're not leaving the river. So it's kind of a neat deal from here until November 10th. It'll open back up to keep Steelhead on the Clearwater. The North Fork remains open the whole time, but I don't fish up there, so I don't generally report about it. I know guys have made comments about that before. I don't fish up there, so you're just getting reports from where I fish. So as you can see, I'm down here a little bit mid-river today, and we had a great day today. So there are fish spread out all over the place. I back trolled all day today, had a good day, and I know Barry was mostly back trolling over the weekend. I know guys have been side drifting, catching fish, and so things are just looking really, really pretty darn good. So that brings us to the big what if, and what about this weekend? So we've got a storm system that's going to start moving in here tomorrow, and I predict some things are going to kind of go through some pretty major changes. There's a lot of fish around, so I think fishing will still stay decent. We shouldn't have any issues where suddenly we can't get them. It's just going to change. Fishing might be a little slower. They might be a little less willing to bite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in spots, and I'm going to kind of treat it like I'm winter fishing and spend a little bit more time. Make sure, instead of just giving a spot one pass and going, they're not there, I'll probably give it a second, see what happens. If I'm getting bit but they're not getting stuck, I'll probably stay on them and see if I can get those fish to commit and end up with them. Now, over the weekend, things are going to get really cold. This is our first big cold front of the year, and what happens on those is typically we'll see the water temperature dip, and the fish will, again, like I said, kind of get almost into a wintry state where they'll be a little bit more lethargic because of that water temperature drop. It kind of wreaks havoc on them. Their body temperature is directly related to what temperature of the water, so they are directly affected by that. And the first time we see a big dive in water temp, it usually kind of slows things up a little bit. But I mean, we'll still catch fish through it. The days are going to be sunny, so we'll see what kind of major impact it has. I don't know. We just have to fish, and we'll be fishing through it. So, but with that said too, like after that happens, usually we get that water temperature drop, and those fish tend to kind of get used to it after a week or so, and then we're just kind of they're built for that, so they kind of get used to that, and that's the new normal. And things should pick right back up. And like I said, with it being catch and release, these fish aren't getting removed from the system. So there's a lot of fish starting to build up. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is we are hiring another guide. So Jesse Crutch is going to start fishing for us in early November, and so we're excited to add him on. And with that said, there's been a lot of days, I know some of you guys have called and we haven't been able to find boats for you or that kind of stuff. I would encourage you guys to hurry up and start calling and get your November days booked up, because we do have another boat that is going to be working full-time here on the Clearwater for us, and Jesse's going to do a really good job. He's a great guy. I've spent quite a bit of time with him here over the last few weeks, and quite a few of our customers, or I shouldn't say quite a few, but some guys that normally fish with us fished with him over on the Hanford Reach while he was there, and had a great time. So I've no doubt that he's going to treat you guys well, and things will be good. So make sure, guys, that's going to open up quite a few days for us as we fill his schedule up. I know Barry and I get pretty busy. He and I start trying to take a little bit of time off to go hunting and that kind of stuff. So finding days to be able to fish with us in November can be a little bit tricky. So anyway, we're gonna have some more availability. So like I said, make sure you guys call and get that done. Call Danny in the office. Like I said, don't you try to call me. I can't even hardly answer when my family calls. But anyway, guys, hey, that's kind of a wrap for today and for this report. So I will see you guys next week, and God bless, and we'll catch you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.